Welcome to Well Sleepy, where curiosity reconnects gently with the natural world, and learning carries you toward calm and rest. Tonight there is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to go, and nothing you need to solve. You are allowed to simply listen, to breathe, and to remember something ancient that your body has never forgotten. Long before clocks measured time and walls separated indoors from out, the human nervous system learned its rhythm from sunrise and shadow, from wind and leaves, from water moving patiently over stone. Even now as you rest, your heartbeat echoes patterns shaped by forests, shorelines, and open skies. This connection is not poetic imagination. It is biological memory, quietly alive within you. The human brain evolved not in silence, but in soundscapes of birds, insects, and distant water. Research shows that these natural frequencies gently guide the nervous system away from alertness and toward safety. When you hear rustling leaves or steady rain, the amygdala, the brain's alarm center, becomes less active. Muscles soften, breathing slows, blood pressure eases downward. This is why even imagined nature can calm the body. Your mind does not strictly separate real forests from remembered ones. As you picture a quiet path beneath tall trees, your parasympathetic nervous system begins to take the lead, telling your body it is safe to rest. Your senses were shaped by landscapes. The human eye is especially sensitive to shades of green, a color abundant in plant life and associated with nourishment and survival. Studies have found that looking at greenery reduces eye strain and mental fatigue. Even the gentle, irregular patterns of leaves and clouds, and known as fractals, help the brain relax. Unlike sharp angles and artificial repetition, fractals signal environments that once offered shelter and food. As you listen now, imagine soft green light filtering through branches, dappling the ground. Your mind recognizes this pattern. It knows it belongs here. Your sense of smell is deeply tied to memory, and many natural scents, soil after rain, pine, ocean air, activate regions of the brain associated with emotion and calm. These scents once meant safety, water, fertile land. Even today, they can reduce stress hormones like cortisol. When you breathe deeply, slow and unforced, you are participating in a rhythm shared by forests themselves. Trees release oxygen as they breathe out, while you breathe it in. In return, you release carbon dioxide, which plants need to live. This quiet exchange continues without effort, without thought, reminding you that separation between human and nature was always an illusion. Your internal clock, your circadian rhythm, still listens to the sun. Morning light tells your brain when to wake. Evening darkness invites melatonin, the hormone of sleep. When artificial light disrupts this rhythm, rest becomes harder to find. But even now, simply imagining dusk, the sky cooling into deep blues and purples can cue your body toward rest. Nature teaches without words. It does not rush. It does not demand. It simply changes slowly, patiently, and invites you to follow. As this chapter gently settles, know that reconnecting with nature does not require travel or effort. It begins with attention, with listening, with allowing yourself to remember that you are not separate from the living world, but an expression of it. If this gentle journey is helping you unwind, you are warmly invited to subscribe to Well Sleepy, where we continue to explore calm science, the human body, Earth, and the universe, always at a pace that honors rest. As we drift deeper into rest, we enter a quieter understanding of nature, not as scenery but as relationship. Humans possess an innate tendency called biophilia, a natural attraction to living systems. This isn't learned, it is inherited. Infants calm more easily to natural sounds than mechanical ones. Children instinctively seek water, animals, open spaces. Adults often feel restored after time outdoors without knowing why. Biophilia explains this pull. It suggests that the human nervous system functions best when surrounded by life, movement, and natural variation. When this connection is missing, the mind can feel restless, disconnected, or tired in ways sleep alone cannot fix. Touch is another forgotten bridge. The ground beneath your feet carries subtle electrical charges. Walking barefoot on soil, sand, or grass, a practice called grounding creams, allows the body to absorb free electrons from the earth. Early research suggests this may reduce inflammation and promote relaxation. Whether or not your feet touch the ground directly, your body still responds to the idea of contact. Imagine cool sand supporting your weight or smooth stone beneath your hands. Muscles release tension as the brain interprets this contact as stability. as belonging. Water holds a special place in human psychology. We are drawn to rivers, lakes, and oceans because our brains associate water with survival and continuity. The sound of waves creates predictable, repeating patterns that slow brain waves into states associated with meditation and early sleep. Watching water move, even in imagination, gently occupies attention without demanding it. This allows intrusive thoughts to fade, like ripples dissolving back into stillness. Your body, composed mostly of water itself, seems to recognize this kinship and responds with ease. Even the night sky plays a role in human calm. For most of our history, stars were our ceiling. Their slow movement offered perspective, reminding the mind of vastness beyond immediate concerns. Studies show that feelings of awe reduce self-focused rumination and increase emotional well-being. When you imagine a wide, star-filled sky, worries often shrink naturally. There is nothing to solve beneath such immensity, only presence. As you rest now, your breath aligning with imagined wind, your thoughts drifting like clouds, remember this gentle truth. Nature does not judge productivity, speed, or perfection. It values balance, rest, renewal. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to be part of the cycle, not above it. If this calm exploration is bringing you comfort, consider subscribing to Well Sleepy. Each session is crafted to help you unwind through gentle storytelling, science, and the quiet wonder of existence, perfect for evenings, nights, and moments when you simply need peace. Let your awareness soften further. Let the boundary between listener and landscape dissolve. You are not visiting nature. You are remembering yourself. And with that remembrance, sleep comes easily, naturally, and deeply. As the night deepens and the world outside slows, we arrive at one of nature's most gentle teachings. Rest is not the absence of life, but one of its most intelligent movements. In forests, growth does not happen all at once. Trees pause through winter, conserving energy beneath the surface, trusting that light will return. Rivers appear still in places, yet beneath the surface water continues to move, shaping stone grain by grain. Your body follows the same wisdom. Sleep is not shutting down. It is a return to balance, a carefully guided process refined over millions of years, designed to heal, restore, and quietly reorganize everything you are. When you lie still, your brain begins a slow transition, shifting from the alert beta waves of the day into calmer alpha and theta rhythms. These brain waves are deeply connected to natural states of awareness, similar to moments of quiet watching, daydreaming, or gazing at the horizon. Nature trained your nervous system to enter these states easily after sunset, when sounds softened and darkness signaled safety. Even now, as artificial light has changed the world, your biology still listens for those ancient cues: a calm voice, a steady rhythm, a sense of spaciousness. These are modern echoes of nightfall in the wild. During rest, your body releases growth hormone, repairing tissues and strengthening the immune system. This process mirrors what happens in ecosystems after disruption. After a fire, nutrients return to the soil. After a storm, forests reorganize, often emerging stronger. Sleep is your internal restoration cycle. It clears metabolic waste from the brain, strengthens memory pathways, and gently releases emotional weight accumulated throughout the day. Nothing about this is forced. It unfolds naturally when the environment feels safe enough. And safety, for the human nervous system, has always been deeply connected to nature. Even your breathing during sleep reflects natural patterns. It becomes slower, deeper, more rhythmic, like waves on a quiet shore. This rhythm stimulates the vagus nerve, a key pathway of calm that communicates between the brain and the body. When the vagus nerve is active, heart rate slows, digestion improves, and anxiety signals fade. This is why slow breathing, soft sounds, and gentle imagery help you drift off. They speak directly to a system that evolved to rest beneath stars, not screens. There is also comfort in remembering that sleep connects you to every living thing around you. At this very moment, animals curl into nests, burrows, and branches. Plants fold inward, conserving energy. Even the soil cools, releasing heat gathered during the day. You are not falling asleep alone. You are joining a collective rhythm shared across the planet. This sense of belonging, of being part of something larger, naturally quiets the mind. Worries soften when they no longer feel isolated. As thoughts slow, notice how attention becomes less sharp and more spacious. Images may drift without effort. A moonlit path, water reflecting stars, tall grass moving in the breeze. There is no need to hold on to these images. Let them come and go. The brain, like nature itself, organizes best when left undisturbed. Trust this process. You do not need to manage your rest. Your body already knows how to sleep, just as it knows how to breathe. If these moments of calm are helping you unwind, you are gently invited to subscribe to Well Sleepy. This channel exists to support rest through thoughtful storytelling, peaceful science, and quiet journeys into nature, the mind, and the universe, and all designed to meet you where you are, especially at night. And now allow yourself to drift further. Let the intelligence of rest carry you. The same way Earth carries everything upon it without effort. You are supported. You are safe. And sleep, like dawn waiting beyond the horizon, will arrive in its own perfect time. As rest deepens, the boundary between thought and environment begins to soften. The mind, no longer tightly focused, starts to behave like a landscape itself, open, spacious, and gently responsive. This is a natural state, one your brain enters each night when it feels safe enough to let go. In nature, nothing resists becoming what it is meant to be. Clouds do not cling to their shape. Rivers do not argue with gravity. And in the same quiet way, your thoughts now begin to loosen their grip, drifting like mist across an open field. Neuroscience shows that as you approach sleep, the brain's default mode network, the system responsible for self-referential thinking and inner commentary, gradually becomes less active. This is the voice that narrates, worries, plans, and replays. When it quiets, awareness becomes broader and less personal, more like observing weather than analyzing it. This state is deeply restorative. It mirrors the way humans once watched the natural world for long stretches of time, not to control it, but to understand it by simply being present. Your imagination in this softened state becomes a bridge back to the earth. Visualizing natural spaces engages the same neural pathways as physically being there. The hippocampus, a region involved in memory and emotional regulation, responds especially strongly to spatial imagery. When you imagine walking slowly through a forest, your brain maps safety, direction, and continuity. This reassures the nervous system that you are oriented and grounded. Even lying still, your mind is gently moving through space, just as it was designed to do. Sound continues to guide this transition. The human brain prefers non-threatening, non-repeating natural rhythms when entering sleep. Unlike sudden or mechanical noises, natural sounds contain subtle variation. No two waves break exactly the same way. No two leaves rustle identically. This variation prevents the brain from becoming alert, while still giving it something gentle to follow. Your awareness can rest upon sound the way a leaf rests upon water, supported without effort. There is something profoundly comforting in knowing that your mind does not need constant stimulation to feel alive. Nature never overwhelms the senses, yet it never bores them either. It offers just enough detail to invite curiosity and just enough quiet to allow rest. This balance is reflected in healthy sleep. When thoughts slow and spacing increases between them, the brain enters a state where insight, emotional release, and deep restoration occur naturally. Nothing needs to be solved. Nothing needs to be remembered. As you drift further, notice how your sense of self begins to feel lighter, less defined. This is not loss, it is expansion. In moments of deep calm, humans often report feeling connected to something larger than themselves. This experience is common in nature and just before sleep. Psychology suggests that this sense of connection reduces anxiety and increases emotional safety. When you feel part of a wider whole, the nervous system relaxes its defenses. It no longer needs to stay vigilant. If you find comfort here resting in this open awareness, you may enjoy returning to Well Sleepy again. Subscribing allows you to revisit these gentle journeys whenever you need grounding, understanding, or peace, whether through nature, science, or the quiet mysteries of the universe. For now, let the mind continue becoming landscape. Let thoughts thin like fog in morning light. Let awareness widen like a valley at dusk. You are not falling asleep. You are unfolding into it, slowly, naturally, and without effort.